everyone. Welcome to the stream tonight. My name is Miriam. I'm the community manager for Product Hunt South Florida, and I'm joined tonight with some very special guests. Comment in your questions if you're watching this as you tune in live or whatnot. But I also have Pravi here with me today, my amazing partner in crime and partner in fun, really. Pravi, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey, it's been a pretty interesting year, and it's like a pretty nice way to end it, to get started on get momentum into 2021. So welcome all the Product Hunt community joining us from around the world.
Yes, welcome. And we are joined today by Adrian Garcia, the founder of FynCom / RoboCash. And I hunted his product today on Product Hunt. So we're going to be talking a lot about that and getting some information about how it's going and some tips and tricks for when you're planning your own product hunt. And he's bringing as a guest with him today, Christian, who is now part of is a new addition to the team at FynCom / RoboCash. So congratulations, Christian. You're on a winning team, that's for sure.
Yes, for sure.
So how are both of you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It's been a very packed day. As you know, woke up at 2 a.m. after you posted your product hunt link for us, which again, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. It's been a long packed day. Christian and I just got done doing a bunch of backend coding earlier today. I mean, I could go on, but I like this just relaxed chat here. So I'm looking forward to this. Christian, how are you?
Right. No, I'm good. I'm up here in Seattle, Washington. It's a little colder, a little rainy, but we love our green trees. So it's a give and take. Been coding all day, so it's been fun.
Nice. Very cool. So yeah, just so people kind of understand a little bit about how the product hunt process goes, you have a 24-hour period to hunt, get your product up and get as much feedback in it and comments and people discussing it for it to start to gain traction in the leaderboard. And then after the 24-hour period, people can still upvote it and give comments and feedback and such, but it doesn't count for any type of like traction in terms of getting that first bump in traffic. So and it goes by West Coast time, and I'm on East Coast time. So I woke up this morning at 3 a.m. and I hunted the product, and then Adrian was also awake and did some snazzing up to the page because I was like, oh my god. And actually it was really weird last night. These pages, like the upload product page was running super slow. I was on Chrome, it was very buggy. So it took me like 26 minutes, and I was like, oh my god, because you want every single minute that you possibly can get for the 24-hour period. So then I finally got it uploaded. I had to do it twice, actually. And then, because it got stuck when I was leaving the description. You need to make it 260 characters. So anyways, but then it finally got up. And it looks like we're getting some likes and some people joining us. So please let us know. Comment in. Say hello. I want to know who's watching with us. We can't see on our end who you are unless you comment in. So please comment in and say hi. Let us know that you are with us. Let's talk a little bit about what FynCom / RoboCash is.
Yeah, so we started off with RoboCash, and we sort of knew what we were building, but we didn't know how to describe it. So we decided that we would use our refundable Nano payments in a demonstration to show how you can use refundable Nano payment. And we picked a topic that everyone knows and hates, which is robocall, scam call, spam call. It's just constantly bugging you all day and you have no control over it. So we decided we want to fix this problem, and we're going to use refundable Nano payments to create a fintech spam filter. And so basically the app is live in the Android Google Play Store right now. You can download it. And what it does is when you download it, it looks at the incoming phone call, and if that person is not on your contact list, it'll send them straight to voicemail. But if the person is not on your contact list and they want to call you, they can give you a 5-cent deposit. Your phone will ring, and if you answer and talk with them for more than 25 seconds, they get a full refund because they were a good caller. But if you answer, you don't like what you're hearing, hang up before 25 seconds, and you'll collect their deposit. Well, you'll collect 80% of it, actually. We'll collect 20% of it. We got to make a little money here, right? So that's how we showed the concept of refundable nano payment, and also obviously your contacts call for free. And there's sort of like a bigger picture to this, but we'll get into that over the time of the stream. So that's like one way you use refundable nano payment in RoboCash. FynCom represents the agnostic use of refundable nano payment, not just in phone calls, but in text messages, social media direct messages, enhanced user engagement for market research firms. Basically, you name it, we can basically integrate refundable nano payment between any digital identities with a unique ID. And this is a really interesting concept that I don't get to talk about much. Christian doesn't get to talk about much. So it's kind of what we're working on right now, basically 24/7. So we're trying to open up our API so that everyone can start using these refundable nano payment and get super creative with it. So we're really close to that. Christian, is there anything you wanted to throw in there?
Well, just so I'm working on the API right now in the back end. Not to get too techy or anything like that, but we really want people to start being able to use our software and have nano payments be just ubiquitous, just everywhere. And this is something.
I just gotta, because I'm like, can you guys explain what a nano payment is? Because you keep dropping it, and I'm like trying to follow and understand.
So think of a micropayment, a microtransaction. If you play video game or mobile apps, you've heard of micropayment, microtransaction. It's typically a term that is used to signify some sort of, I don't know what to say, upcharging. Like, this is bad because we're getting charged micropayment, and our kids are, spending all this money in little increments, and they don't really know how much they're spending. So we didn't want to use that term. So we decided to use nano payments, because we want to use fractional amounts of a dollar, fractional amounts of a penny. And so one example of a nano payment that we have is for every call that you reject, we send you a nano payment, which is approximately $0.0001. So really small amount, but it's just a little bit of payments here and there. And we started paying people to block unknown calls because we wanted to sort of flip that psychological trigger in your head when you're being paid for something, even if it's a tiny little amount. We decided that we can try to increase our user retention rate through nano payment. So a nano payment is really just a small little amount of money that can move back and forth without ever losing value. That's the important thing. If you try to send a micro payment to PayPal, Venmo, Square Cash, you're going to lose 2.9% plus 30 cents. It's just not scalable. So this new technology that we use, a distributed ledger that someone else made, we just use it, lets us transfer value around the world with zero fees in real time and do it in a really, really easy way. Christian and I were just playing around with it again this morning. Christian, how did you enjoy the nano payments concept when you were testing it today?
No, yeah, it's great. It's to try to put it like in really easy terms. It's a way to just transfer money back and forth seamlessly. So, and it doesn't cost anybody anything. There's no central bank to where I gotta call your bank to send you $1, or a quarter of $1 or a penny or less than that. It's more like these really small transactions that we can just send back and forth. Like he was saying, maybe we want to have a conversation, or maybe I sell patios and I want your attention. So if I can pay you, let's say, 25 cents for a 5-minute phone call, we could do that. And if then we could set the time to 25 seconds or a minute or whatever it is that you want to charge. But if it meets the criteria, then you get your money back, or you get paid that money if you go over that. So it's a really easy way just to send money back and forth, really small amounts for certain products.
Okay.
So I hope that makes sense.
What's the onboarding process for people to call, and also the person who has the the RoboCash? Is it a wallet, you call it, or how do you set up the RoboCash itself on your phone?
Yeah, so the onboarding payment, you download the RoboCash app, you put in your phone number, and we send you a 6-digit OTP via text message. You enter that into the app, and that's how you log in. So it's really just your phone number that we use. The moment you successfully log in, we attach a Nano account to your phone number. Nano is the blockchain, the distributed ledger, the cryptocurrency, whatever you want to call it. It's the payment platform that we use. So we attach a Nano account to your phone number. We keep that in our database. And when someone tries to call you, we check to see if they paid your Nano account that's associated with your phone number. If so, then we let them through. If not, then we send them to voicemail, unless, of course, they're on your contact list.
So basically, the app itself is taking control of the call routing on your phone?
On your device, yeah. So on device, that's right.
And how does decentralization actually work? Do you actually have nodes around the world, or how's it being decentralized?
Yeah, so we're actually a principal representative, which is super cool. So there's about 98 or 100 principal representatives on the Nano platform. And these are folks that basically validate all of these transactions. And then you have all of these other smaller representatives, sort of like running a Bitcoin node without actually mining. That's the same concept, that's a similar concept that exists in Nano, except obviously you're not mining as a principal representative. You're just
awesome.
Validating.
Well, congratulations. Sounds like you have some trust in the community. How did you actually gain that position of being a principal representative?
Just talking about what we're trying to do and our mission of, giving people the right to be paid for their data and solving a really important problem. So like our two core missions are to end spam communications and to get people paid for their data. And the Nano community just responded really well to that. So we engage with the Reddit, our Nano currency subreddit, and the Nano community itself on Discord and whatnot. And they're really good folks. They're super helpful. I would not have been able to build all this if they weren't as helpful as they were, because there was a lot of technical background stuff that I had to learn. So yeah, that's how, just like talking with them over a year and a half and just getting to know them. I flew to London actually to go meet everyone from the Nano team as well. Yeah, that was a fun experience. I went there for 3 days and it was super fun. I really enjoyed it. I could tell these people were really genuine and sort of had the same vision that, I want to say the original Bitcoin group had to, give people sovereignty over their money and sort of give control back over this ecosystem. So I really enjoyed that community. So.
Okay, so for us that don't understand a little bit more about that, okay, so Nano community is kind of like the crypto bank that you use.
Kind of. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So I'm trying to keep it like less techy, right? I guess the best way to describe it is, everybody has your bank, right? And your bank is a centralized. You give your bank money, you give them their credit card, they run everything. But with these type of blockchains, block lattices, what they really mean is everybody has like their own node, you can call it. And that just means that you are your own little bank where you keep each other accountable. So if all of these nodes are keeping each other accountable, it's really hard to cheat, right? Because I can go to someone else's node and say, well, Miriam paid Adrian this much money. So it's not like anybody can cheat because everybody else has the same copy, right?
Does the banks cheat these days?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Do the banks cheat?
Well, you don't really know I'm not saying they do. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that like it's the way that the block lattices are set up is that it's really, you can't cheat. You can't just say, I didn't pay you, or no, you're not allowed to charge me or anything like that, because it's all public. You can go into these blockchains and just see everybody's transactions. Of course, they're not going to show your name or anything like that. It's all hidden in code, but there's definitely a way you can follow it. And so, and that's like what we're going for, because when you have this type of technology, I can send you money back and forth. It's not really going to cost any money. Does that make sense?
It does. Okay, so it doesn't cost any money because the Nano payments, or whether it's nano payments, or is Bitcoin another one that's like a nano payment or whatever, or EOS,
It's a
I
blockchain.
guess, the one that Prav knows. So they decide we're not going to charge money, and the banks who use regular money decide that they're going to charge people money to move money around. Is that the difference?
I'll step in a little bit here. When you're working with the banks, they operate in a world where they expect refunds and people to get sort of, to settle a disagreement between two parties. So there's a lot of cost associated with that, in that they have to bring in parties to handle the disagreement between a buyer and a seller, and they sort of pass that on to everyone else. It does cost money to transmit payment on the Nano network. It is feeless though, so you can send 1 Nano and you'll receive 1 Nano, but there is a bit of cost for the energy that it takes to create the proof of work to validate that transaction. But that cost is really small. Last I recall, it's $0.00022. So 2/100th of a penny. So there is a cost, but it's feeless. It's kind of a weird concept. And going into the whole bank versus crypto thing, like, oh gosh, that's a discussion that can last forever, honestly.
Oh my gosh, I know. And we're supposed to be talking about RoboCash. I'm sorry. I just really am grateful for you guys taking the time during your day to kind of explain some of this stuff, because so many people are interested in it and need to be educated, including myself.
Yes.
This is like the new wave of what we're seeing happening. All I know is, like, I've got one of those coin wallets or whatever, and I feel like that I've made an effort towards it.
That's awesome. That's awesome that you have that. It's a big deal. But and I think you're right. Sorry to interrupt, but I think you're right. I think the more we start using this type of technology, the more it makes more sense. Imagine, I can go to rest her soul, but my great grandma, talked to her about just making Amazon payments, and she looked at me like, "You buy stuff online? Like, what is the matter with you?" So I think over time, as we're progressing and using this technology, it's just going to be everywhere, So it'll be easy when, let's say we go out to dinner or something like that, and we just want to split it. We can split the bill. You can send me money, and it's not there's no fee to it. I shouldn't say it doesn't cost anything, right? There's no fee to it. So it's a really fast, easy way to send people money and keep everything decentralized. So we don't have to rely on one bank and their fees. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but so when I send people money on Venmo, it doesn't cost me any money, right?
That's very true. Yeah, there's some great fintech that are doing a stellar job. Like, you got the same thing on PayPal too, where you can send as a friend. But when you're trying to go into other countries, like for us with spam calls, when we were doing our research, we looked at the top 10 countries with the most spam call and noticed that Brazil was number 1, and it still is number 1. So Brazilian, this just came out a week ago, by the way, a new update. They get 50 spam calls per person per month, which is wild. And here in the US, we were only the 7th most spam country in the world. Now we're the 2nd most spam country in the world. We get on average 25 spam calls per person per month. So when you want to build application to serve not just the US, but the entire world, you need a payment system that can operate agnostically without having to worry about the legal ramification, the financial ramification of each country. And then deciding, okay, even if you build your own like Venmo thing, let's put another example. Like when you build on a decentralized ecosystem, other people can build on it too. So if you are trying to give people a way to cash out in the Philippines, but you don't know what people in the Philippines like, local Philippine developers do, and they can build something that uses the same blockchain and say, now you can use Nano to cash out to Philippine cheeseburgers or something. I don't know what they like down there, but you sort of like, yeah.
So that now I can use my crypto cash or whatever it is to offer. So basically, I could say to people that use RoboCash, if you want to buy my services or something as a freelancer, for example, I take Nano Cash, Bitcoin, So I can trade in that type of thing, in that type of value. And the more and more that these currencies grow, the better, the more valuable they become.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
easier. It's easier now for everybody to use that. There will be a day where you can go to a McDonald's and pay with one of these type of coins, or something like that. It's just going to be more and more decentralized, and just to me, I feel like it's almost giving everybody back a little bit of power. You have control over your currency and what you do. If I want to go to China and spend money over there, I should be able to, and I shouldn't have to ask my bank, or tell them anything, or have to go over there and trade dollars for yang, and then maybe lose a little bit or gain a little bit or whatever. But we should be able to just do this globally, and I think that's where we're going. And so we have where RoboCash is going to take advantage of that, and we're in a really good place to be able to just use this type of technology.
Pravi, I feel like you've got a question.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I can sense it.
So guys, we had a meetup last night at the everything's on Zoom nowadays. So we had a meetup with the Sacramento Bitcoin Center, and we talked about this as well, about your launch today. So yeah, there's David right there.
Oh my gosh,
David is the organizer of the Sacramento Bitcoin Center, and I actually offered to put him on screen, but he's a shy guy. So anyways,
okay, David.
So David asks, when open is decentralized, what prevents potential money laundering? I can see regulators wanting KYC or verification.
Yeah, it's a great question, David. So nothing, nothing does that. But I mean, money laundering is, the biggest currency used to launder money is US dollars. So it's not a problem that's really going to go away. It's going to be a sort of a sticky situation for regulators to eventually catch up and realize that they sort of need to change the way that they use their surveillance. They need to go to a sort of an active surveillance. If you're trying to catch criminal, you can't just listen to every piece of data that's transmitted on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and data mine everyone to eventually find some criminals. You have to go back to active surveillance, like it used to be in the 50s, in the 60s, when you had detectives walking the streets and being undercover. So they have to go back to that. They can't just use the digital services that we have and siphon all of our data from us and steal all our privacy like that. That's just we can't let that happen. So sorry, I get really crazy about that. So nothing really prevents it. What I like about RoboCash is that sure, you can say RoboCash and FynCom need to do KYC and AML, but I say why? I mean, we're attaching a new piece of identity to an otherwise anonymous currency system. Anyone can just transmit money on Nano without us using RoboCash. They can do this on their own. We're actually making it easier for people to keep track of that identity. And we operate in Nano payments, so really small amounts of money. I think it's going to take a while for legal bodies to really catch interest in us. But when they do, we'll be ready to have that discussion.
It's awesome. And can you show a demo or your website? I know you got some interesting things on your website even.
That'd be cool.
Cool. A demo, huh?
I know just at least the call flow of how this actually works from the end user point of view. So I think, as people to upvote you on product hunts, they'd have to see the actual features they're upvoting.
So true, Pravi.
I'll get a demo right now.
Because they don't, it's not based upon business models and product hunt. This isn't a startup pitch. It's based upon features that you're showing.
Are you using Chrome browser, Adrian?
I'm using Edge browser.
Isn't that like the old Microsoft Explorer, or like the new Microsoft?
Yeah.
Edge is new, but yeah.
I definitely don't think that's going to work on StreamYard, but we can give it a try.
Give me
I have it open as well. I can share. If you want to tell me, is it on the website, Adrian?
Oh, you wanted to see a demo? I thought I was gonna.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, let's try it. It'll work. If it works, it works. Yeah.
Okay,
David's
cool.
got. If not, you might have to do it on Chrome and join from Chrome. David has some more comments. They likely don't want it global as they can't control monetary policy. And he also has shared, scary, on a decentralized blockchain as everything is recorded, traceable, and trackable. Does RoboCash provide privacy, or is it transparent like Ethereum?
So RoboCash does not provide transparency. We just take advantage of a pseudonymous way of transferring value. So sort of like Ethereum, we don't have in Nano, we don't have what is this called again? Transaction IDs. We don't have like the hard timestamp sort of behavior that traditional linear blockchains like Ethereum and Bitcoin have. Nano operates asynchronously. It has to going back to what Christian was saying, to allow everyone to sort of validate and not cheat each other. It's asynchronous, so there's no timestamp associated with it. I would say it's a little bit more private than Ethereum and Bitcoin, but not enough to be like a Monero or anything like that. So negligible amount of increased privacy compared to Ethereum. And if anything, RoboCash would probably give it a little less privacy because your phone number is associated with it. Sure, we can hash it and store it in our database, but given that we are a US-based company, if we do get a request from the legal bodies to hand over information, we're legally obligated to do that. We're a corporate company, so I would say a little bit less privacy.
I think David's question is more about Nano than RoboCash. Nano is a whole interesting. That's the block lattice that I was kind of talking about earlier. That's that type of technology. We use Nano, and Nano is a great community. That's kind of back to what Adrian was talking about. And this is just kind of one of those ways to actually use a great technology and fit it into blocking calls, which is what we all really want.
Thank you, David, for your questions and comments. Really appreciate you tuning in and joining our discussion. You can also leave comments and feedback on Product Hunt. We're going to get this demo pulled up. Pravi, are you wearing the Product Hunt shirt?
Oh yeah, you like the.
Yay!
This is the one before you redesigned it. I think you redesigned it recently, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the shirts come from
Okay.
San Francisco. I just am doing a redesign of our Product Hunt South Florida logo because Steph, the doll, my very close friend, got a cat over quarantine, and his name is Charlie, and he's so cute. So we decided we want to use Charlie as our Product Hunt mascot, Kitty. So we're making our kitty look like Charlie, and he wears a little bow tie. And he's just adorable.
Cute.
We love him.
Cute.
Yeah. I love it. So, do you see, Adrian, are you able to, you let me know when you're ready to rock with that. Christian, do you have a comment?
No, I was going to say we could talk for hours about blockchain lattice and Bitcoin and Ethereum and all those. That is a whole world. I think a lot of the blockchain stuff and Bitcoin's got a little rocky start at the beginning, but now that we're using great ways to actually use the product, not just kind of throw money at it, I think it's going to change the way we look at it. It's not perfect. You can't say anything's perfect. There's always going to be, risk of bad actors, no matter where you go, what you do. But the fact that things can be decentralized, I think there's a lot of power in that.
But I think also from a traction point of view, I mean, you've already proven that you have a community behind you, that they selected you as one of the 98 validators, so to speak. So I think like if they'll also upvote you on Product Hunt, that would be very useful in this 24-hour period.
Yeah, actually, and something else that we kind of don't talk about is privacy, and how phone numbers now can be used in so many different ways. For example, I turned off my RoboCash app today because I was waiting for a phone call, but I got 2 calls saying it was just a robotic thing saying we canceled your Social Security, and I know it's fake, but I bet you if my mom or somebody answered that, it would kind of stress her out a little bit, So if we can help people and not fall for these type of scams. You know, these robocalls that people keep getting.
So there's no onboarding people who are making the call. It's only onboarding for the people receiving the calls.
We are on. So you download the app on your phone, and that protects you. The people sending the calls, eventually, I mean, they're going to not get that money anymore if no one's answering their phone calls. If they keep calling 1,000 numbers and everybody has this RoboCash app.
Right. So basically, the person making the call has to first go to your website and then set up an account to make a phone call to certain whitelisted numbers on your end or certain robocall.
Are you talking about like scammers or just regular people?
Well, how does a scammer, like how does someone who wants to call me if I have the
RoboCash app?
RoboCash app installed? How does someone call me now? If do they get an automated message saying in order to call this person you have to set up a RoboCash account? Or maybe if you do the demo, it'll explain it all.
Yeah, the demo will explain it. But anything on your contacts list is just whitelisted. So if you don't have to worry about that. Anybody in your contacts is fine. It's when these other companies that you don't have on your number, that you don't have on your phone.
Right. But how did that one company get through today though that you didn't have on the phone on your whitelist already? Did they have?
I just turned off the app. I've had it on. I've had it on forever. And my point is that one day I turned it off for it's like maybe 6 hours. I got 2 of these calls.
So if you turned it on, what would they have heard? Would they have heard like Adrian's voice saying, please like set up an account?
I'm gonna write that down. That's a good idea. I should totally have that.
No, use my voice. I want to be the voice of it.
Okay,
If we're making decisions right now, I'll do like, thank you for calling RoboCash. In order to protect the user.
Oh, I thought that was real.
I thought that was real too.
You know, it's funny because David is actually a puppeteer ventriloquist, the #1 person in Sacramento for that.
Oh my God, and he's based in Cali, where they're like West Coast. They're a West Coast team, so that could be cool.
Crypto guy. So.
David, what's up?
So
he said he got the Social Security call today also. Yeah, that was so weird, and it's just more and more common.
Adrian, is the demo ready?
Almost. We were playing around with it a little bit earlier, so I'm like fixing a couple things right now live. So you're gonna give me a quick second.
Adrian, you're such a perfectionist. I know this. I am. Funny story. Adrian and I met through 1 Million Cups, and then it's such a great community. Shout out to 1 Million Cups, by the way. I've really enjoyed this past couple of years that I've been on the team here in South Florida. It's been wonderful. And then come to find out, Christian, do you want to tell the story?
So I got on this call. I've known Adrian for a while now, and I was surprised to see a familiar face. It turns out that Miriam is
not that story. The story. Is the story of how you and Adrian met.
Oh, well, I have to finish the story now because now everybody watching is going to think, wait. What?
It's true. Yeah. Now you must finish that story.
Yeah. Well, turns out.
That's the video live stream, right? It's like we can't go back to it. Just got to go with it.
Turns out Miriam is good friends with my little cousin who's now in Spain. Shout out to Jenny. Love you guys. But that was just a funny story. It's so unexpected.
Funny. Yeah, we're on the backstage probably, and this is before you joined, and Christian joined, and we're chatting, and I'm like, oh, okay, where are you from? Da, da, da. He's like, oh, I'm from Seattle. Where are you? I'm in Miami. He's like, oh, my cousin used to live in Miami. You know also who we're about to talk about. And then he goes, oh, my cousin moved to Spain. And I'm like, who's your cousin? Because I just know one person that used to live in Miami, has Seattle roots, and moved to Spain. And he goes, Jennifer Pineda. Who is Jennifer Natalie? Probably you know Jennifer Natalie, right? You definitely do.
Natalie James?
No, Jennifer Natalie. On Insta and Facebook and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad with names, probably by when I meet her.
She was at one of our events doing something at one of our events. You definitely met her for sure. So it was just so crazy and funny that now, because she used to stay with me at my house for a while before she moved back to Spain, and she used to talk about Christian all the time, and she'd be on the phone with him, like, "Oh, it's my cousin." Da 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 da. So funny.
Too funny. But the way me and Adrian met was the same. We met on 1 Million Cups, and he had this great idea. And I'm a firm believer in trying to diversify tech. I'm one of the only Latino software engineers that I know, and I want that to change. I want there to be more diversity in tech. Not to say there isn't any, because I'm sure there is. But I just feel like, if I can do it, if I can speak Spanish and also code, so can anybody else. So Adrian told me what he was working on, and it sounds incredible. So I had to join, and luckily he made me a senior engineer. Oh,
An offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
You're not going to have Robo-style titles, Mr. Roboto type titles.
We'll probably come out with that soon. Yeah. Sorry, I just jumped in. I got the back end. I got the thing working now, so I can show the demo whenever you all are ready.
Let's do it.
We're ready.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Share screen. Okay, cool. We'll share the whole thing. And next. Okay, so you should be seeing my screen now. So
Not seeing your screen.
You do not see my screen. Okay.
Oh wait, no, wait. I've
Oh my
actually
God.
got it. There we go.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that was wild. That was really cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and run this back in here, and here's the app. So someone just pretend I just downloaded it. You see this little thing here, so we got to go to manage phone number. So we register the phone number, and I don't mind putting in my phone number here because
can you put an actual number, or can I use a Google Voice number?
You can use a Google Voice number. I use one too.
Are you demoing on Edge right now? Sorry, other questions.
Yep, that's right.
Wow. StreamYard is amazing.
Yeah, isn't it? All right.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Continue the demo. We can use our Google Voice numbers, which we all have, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And now I am registered. And so this is blocking now. If you want to stop blocking, just hit this or hit that, and it'll start blocking. There's a little wallet. You can see the amount of money that you have. If you want to get a little bit of free money, we let you use the faucet here, which is pretty cool. So you just click on that and you receive a little money, a little Nano to play off with.
So is that actual Nano or testnet Nano that you're using?
No. So let's see. So
why we get free money?
This is the payment account. This is the actual faucet account that we use right here, and this is the block payout. So you can see that this just happened a few seconds ago. So that is the amount of Nano that went to my address.
Can you increase the font?
Yeah, can you zoom in on that, bro?
And then can you keep the screen there? I was wondering, could I call you right now and see that live updated?
Yeah, so you can call me right now and it'll show up right here in this one here.
Right.
So
I'm going to put it on speaker so
the live stream audience. Probably good idea.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool demo.
What's the number?
949-701-8033.
You should send it in the private chat. Oh my God.
Oh, please.
You already put it on the screen just now.
His phone number, his personal phone number?
Well, he uses RoboCash, so people can call him.
Like that. Yeah.
You want to talk to Adrian, you got to pay money.
Yeah.
Please leave a message.
Okay,
At the tone, please record your message.
Let's refresh this.
Finished recording. You may.
There it is.
So it went to your voicemail immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It goes right to the voicemail.
Okay, great.
You gave me a little bit of money. Thank you.
That's awesome. So you got to send me that transaction ID so I can put it into my memoirs when you're bigger than Facebook. I'm like, yeah, you got that.
Okay, so basically, then if I'm a spammer, how do I know that the reason my call's not going through is because RoboCash is blocking me?
That's a good question. So we don't do any active voice over IP tech right now. So we will just hear what Praveen said, just straight to voicemail. There is a sort of referral marketing scheme, tactic that we're going to go for later, which is you can opt in to let us send a text message from your phone. So if I were on that
Fantastic.
referral option, exactly,
Mhm.
yeah. So probably would have gotten a text message saying, hey, you got blocked because of RoboCash. Here's a link to download this thing and you can get a little bit of credit. So Robbie would
Right.
get, a little bit of Nano, I get a little bit
Oh
of
my
Nano, and
God.
we grow a lot. We haven't
Right.
implemented
I really
that yet,
want
but
to get this, but I need to get an Android phone.
So
we'll be
now,
on iOS soon.
so
We're
since you
working on
didn't
it. We're
answer,
working on it.
but thing is, like, I thought that you're supposed to be able to answer the call, and the decision matrix on your AI end is if you talk to me for 25 seconds or longer, then that's a good call. If you less than 25 seconds, that means your AI thinks I'm a spammer, but there was no answer at all. So how did you categorize me, and how would you answer that to make it a 25-second call or longer?
So that actually works right now. We can test that. If you like, I can register your phone number on our web backend, and you can call me without even having the app, and it'll detect your Nano account. It'll detect that you have money in it and let you through this time. And then I can pick up and hang up before 25 seconds, and you can see both those transactions happening live, or I can, you can wow me with your words, and we can chat for more than 25 seconds, and you get your money back. But that's something that we can totally do like right now and just live stream chat if you're curious.
Yeah, whatever you want to just show the people, because basically, it's a 24-hour period, right? You want to show different features to get people to upvote you in 24 hours.
You can send me your phone number in the chat and I can log you in here.
So
Sure.
we got a question from David again. Thank you so much, David. You're awesome. Shout out to David. Security is huge with cell phones. What happens if someone performs a SIM swap?
That's a great question, David. So SIM swaps are one of those things that it's always going to be a boogeyman kind of thing for us. So with Nano, you should keep as little money as possible in this because it is custodial. So we do have control over the Nano that you have in here. Unfortunately, if someone SIM swaps you and gets the ability to, get this message that I probably just got and log in to the website or to the phone, they can drain all your Nano out of your account. So it's the typical blockchain or cryptocurrency phrase, not your keys, not your coins, right? So withdraw all your money from RoboCash. You don't really need
I'm
money in it.
gonna hide the actual code you sent, but I'm gonna show the text message without showing the.
So
Sure.
I'm gonna put my finger over the private code, but you can see what I just got sent on the.
wait, let's make Pravi the main screen so we can see that out.
Am I the main screen?
You are. Just hold on. Give me a second here.
Yeah.
We gotta make Pravi the main person. I actually don't know how to control this thing. I'm still learning the StreamYard.
Yep, just got the text.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah,
Sit.
RoboCash verification code.
Okay,
There it
let's
is.
see. Okay,
So you
cool.
sent that from your app, from your phone?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Nice. To answer, to expand on what David was saying, I think that's something we can definitely tackle later. We're trying to break things up into phases, there's be definitely more stuff we can add on, prettier UI, and stuff like that, make things more flashy and add more stuff to it. But one thing at a time, we're breaking into new ground. So this is a lot of new technologies that just needs to be used and implemented, and we're learning as we go. There's just so much out there.
Yeah. Awesome. So do you want me to call again?
You've got to give me that OTP first so I can register you.
Okay. Let's try in the private chat or.
Private chat's good. Yeah.
Hi, Jennifer. Look who's joined us, Christian. Hey, welcome, Jennifer. Yay. We love you. We're talking about nano payments, RoboCash, cyber cryptocurrency. Very smart, your cousin. Very intelligent. Muy inteligente.
I try. I get it from my mom.
Está bien.
So we're trying to get Pravi some Nano into his account so that he can call me and we can see the actual.
Pravi's just getting you for some free Nano cash, dude. What's up?
Well,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I'm gonna
Just
pay.
kidding.
I'm gonna pay a percentage out to the IRS, right? So. Thanks, man.
Cool.
So just a quick little update. We are at 18 votes for Product Hunt for RoboCash.
Yes.
Oh my God, we're at 20 now. Woo! We're at 20
nice.
now. So that's great.
Oh, cool.
Thank you guys so much for dropping your feedback there for RoboCash. Really fantastic. We're at 21 now. I just refreshed. And that's wonderful. Thank you all so much for those votes, which we're not
Praveen,
asking for votes, of course. We're just
try that again?
asking for.
Yeah, Jenny, upvote. I know you're watching. Jenny, upvote.
Well, we can't ask for upvotes. We just want Jenny to give us some
Oh.
feedback. We just want Jenny to give us
Feedback.
some feedback. Yes.
Okay,
give
you're
us
right.
some
Sorry.
feedback. No, it's okay. It's fine.
Come on now, Christian.
I know. Should have known.
Yes, you do have to register for Product Hunt, mi amor, prior to it. Uses Twitter. So use your Twitter. You tried. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
I logged in with my Facebook, which worked great.
Jennifer said, "Help me." It should be pretty simple. Like, just I don't know. Maybe you already have an account. Maybe because I've probably been like, "Hey, can you?" I do these product hunts a lot, girl. You probably already have a product hunt account. To be honest with you. So what are some of the things that you're building right now with this API, Christian? Because we didn't really get into that too much as they're setting up this demo further for us, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, so what I'm building is just a way so people can use our software in different ways. And we kind of have that open-ended so people can find different ways to use it. There's going to be, I'm really excited to see how many creative ways that people do this. I would love it to be part of a game. Let's say we wanted to play a poker game and I wanted to send you 0.5 whatever of your winnings, Nano. We can do that back and forth. Or just there's a lot of different ways. Go ahead.
So soon you're going to have an API that I can use for stuff.
Yes, that is what I'm working on.
What's happening? It looks like it's making it rain over there.
You just sent them.
I was just showing the transaction that I just sent to Pravi to top up his account, and it should already be topped up now. So at this point, Pravi, you can call me and it should go through.
It's very fast.
Sorry to interrupt.
I mean, and you can send money. Like, that's the key. You can send money so fast.
But do I need to put money into the Nano?
Hi, this is Adrian.
Oh, no.
Please leave a message.
Maybe it'll take a second.
No, I think it's our backend. We have our backend using a local wallet right now. Yeah, that fix that we were talking about, Christian. Yeah, so when we started off, we did a proof of concept with just like a local wallet. So we're not like checking the Nano account right now for incoming call. It's one of those things that we need to switch over, and once we do that, we'll be fully on the Nano blockchain. So
that's good. I mean, it's actually, as like I said, it's the beauty of live stream, right? It's very authentic.
Yeah,
that's my fault.
Yeah, I love
that's
it.
my fault. We were playing around with the code, and you should never do that a day before an event like this.
That's kind of cool. Like live coding. It's a live coding on live stream.
Oh, it's stressful.
You see a day in the life of a programmer.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you guys see the meme, the cat, where he's just like, that was me. That was me.
Yeah, that's actually Aaron's cat's guy. And the funny thing is, you think it's a cat, but half the time it's actually him dressed up in a giant cat suit, and he uses the focal length of the camera to make himself look smaller.
That's funny.
I mean, there is a real cat too, but when they're doing like things like the fancy dance moves and stuff, it's him dressed as a cat, has his own cat. Anyway, I'm a filmmaker as well, so maybe I should not give all of our tricks.
I feel like you just told me Santa Claus is real.
David is a musician, so he knows. A musician never gives away his tricks. I gotta learn from David. He's watching.
Yes. Any other questions? Please do comment in live for our friends at FynCom, Christian and Adrian. So let me see. Okay, so now we're going to have this API soon. And so if I want to do some sort of a project using RoboCash what if I want to start using FynCom technology, right? Then do I put money with US dollars into a Nano account that I then pay out people?
You'd have to get a hold of some Nano. Yeah. Or if you wanted your user to use Nano, you could have them get a hold of Nano instead. But if you wanted to, say, use a faucet, like we use a faucet for every block call, our faucet pays out a little bit of Nano for each block call. If you wanted to use a faucet and not have to worry about the whole US dollar to Nano, you would go for our third tier membership, where we just take your money and give you a little bit of Nano, and that you can use as a faucet on your own. It's just a little tiny amount of money.
Okay, I mean, my mind is going like wild right now because I'm like, okay, perfect. Nano, spam calls. I'll just set up like 10 different US numbers, put them on the internet, and the spammers will hit me up, and I'll just start getting Nano. So the Nano cash. Is that abuse? Is that abusing the system?
I mean, we accounted for that when we set everything up. So we expect people to do that kind of thing, and it's totally doable. Abuse, I mean, I guess maybe you could call it that, but it's just the nature of the system. It's just the nature of people. So everything that we do, we sort of put a game theory spin to it. How is someone gonna try to take advantage of it? Yeah. So
you want to talk about that? What happened the other day when someone tried to SQL inject us?
I mean, yeah, sure. Like, yeah. You want to talk about it? I mean,
No, just that. Just somebody already tried. Somebody already tried to do stuff and they got flagged by trying to.
Okay, how do I get Nano? Can I just Google that? Is that like a thing? Like, okay, someone needs Nano. There's like a dashboard somewhere, or let's say it's a different type of crypto coin. I can Google that and be like, how do I get this type?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put a link in the comments here. And
That's what he's saying. The faucet is where you go. Like you go to a well, right? The faucet, you turn it, and you get free water at a public faucet. That's what.
Like David just said, Binance has Nano. Binance is one of those other crypto exchanges type of deals. I don't know which one you use, Miriam, but there's I'm sure whatever one you use, it has Nano. Oh, I think we lost Adrian.
He's back again.
Oh, okay.
I tried to log in and comment.
I use Coinbase.
Coinbase. Let me double check.
I think
Not on
do.
Coinbase yet.
I mean, I have the app. Coinbase.
Yeah,
I have an account.
It's weird. It's got like half. It's like I got half the screen.
What is that, Praveen?
You know what's funny? This is actually pretty cool. It's
freaking.
You guys remember like the we have the Miami Music Week coming up, and we have some interesting projection mapping experiences using trying to create multiple arms with people using live projection mapping. This might be a good way to do it in live stream. I was always wondering how to do it in live stream rather than in real life.
It looks like you have 3 arms from far away.
Yeah, so you gotta remember this happy accident. Try to remember your train of thought, how you did this.
I didn't do that. I didn't have no control over that.
So you have to. So the bug is someone's gonna accidentally log off, like Adrian just did.
Oh.
It's not a bug; it's a feature now. All of a sudden,
it's a feature. Yeah.
Oh,
Adrian is
wow.
Because you could be drinking a beer right now. We wouldn't even know. Because
that's right. Yeah. You guys won't know that on the other side.
That is a feature, sir.
On this side, I'm working.
Yeah, exactly.
So this could be your first pivot, right? From RoboCash could be how you can get your boss to have a virtual worker in front of you.
So probably you're not
live coding. It's
intentionally
actually
doing
like
that?
the security cam, like Ocean's 11, right? You're actually robbing the casino.
I love how now he's so like inconvenient now. You have to roll out of his chair into the off center of the frame just to be in the video.
Yeah, this side of the house is real.
Oh my God. Jennifer wants to know if she can purchase this feature with Nano. Oh my God.
Not yet, Jennifer. Not yet.
We don't.
We're
I
working
don't.
on it. We'll work on
We
it.
can't control how. I don't even know how this happened.
That's too funny.
So funny. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so like you were saying, to get Nano, you just got to go to a wallet and do it that way. You can also just register your phone number, and then we can get you started on RoboCash app.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a login on our myrobocash.com. Even if you don't have Android, you can still log in through our web portal and use your Nano account
Register
there.
your phone number.
Okay.
So yeah,
well,
if you just register your phone number with us, then you can.
But I don't have I have an iPhone.
It won't work for blocking phone calls, but it'll still give you a Nano account.
And I can get Nano Cash some way?
Yeah, I used an iPhone during the live demos tonight. So while he's doing
Okay,
that,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we don't have a faucet on the web portal yet. Might add one, might not. I don't know. We'll see. We have a few things on our bucket list to get through first. But if you wanted to use the faucet, the Android app is the best way to do that. A web portal faucet. I mean, there's plenty online though. I put one. I don't know if people can see this chat. I guess it's a private chat, but I put one Nano faucet on there. And there's so many out there. Like that's actually the way Nano was first distributed. Like it was distributed through a faucet. All of it was created at once and then distributed through a faucet. So you have to do these really difficult CAPTCHA codes and 10 and 20 minutes to do all of the really, really hard CAPTCHA code. And then you would get a little bit of Nano. That's how it was first distributed. And what's really cool is that we're still distributing it now because we want people to see how amazing it is to use Nano, that a lot of Nano members just keep distributing this Nano to people. So it's like an ongoing sort of faucet thing. Now you can get into the economics and say, oh, well, that's going to keep the price down a little bit. And maybe that's why the price is so not where it used to be. I'll tell you the truth, I don't look at the price too much anymore because we're focused on the utility of the underlying cryptocurrency itself and what we can accomplish with it. And that's, you can't put a price on that, so.
Right.
Thank you, David, for tuning in with us. You've been amazing.
Yeah, thanks, David. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, just real quick, another side question. I know this call's literally mostly been about cryptocurrency and educating Miriam, but that's fine. Prav, maybe you might know the answer to this. Maybe Adrian, Christian, you might know. Is there any nanocurrencies that we're giving to the kids in school yet? Like, are any schools using crypto, teaching the kids how to use the code?
I'm sure they are. I just don't know of any. That's a really cool topic, though. Yeah, right?
Pay the kids to come to class. You get your crypto, like everything, like books. You get crypto. And so by the time that they have graduated, they've got these massive crypto wallets and they're just going out into society with like money.
That would be really cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Being able to pay kids for their attention or for, whatever, I think that'd be pretty powerful. Teach them about economics.
Oh, it's necessary. I mean, you have to pay them. And attention is the new currency with that gen.
Oh, I like that. Attention is the new currency.
This has been really great. I didn't make that up. That's literally like an official hashtag on Twitter, or something. I'm selfish.
Oh, okay.
This has been so great, guys. I feel like I've taken up a lot of your time today. We've went way longer than I thought we would. We should do this more often, probably. We should have them can we have them to the gamers meetup?
Yeah, we do. We do like 6 or more meetups a month. Gamer. We host the official Unity 3D, Unreal Engine. We host the Wi-Fi meetups every month, like sometimes every week. Then we do a few others. We do a lot of blockchain stuff. We're a block producer for several EOS chains, including Telos and Wax. A lot of gaming stuff. So we actually are, we're one of the 21 active block producers that actually run the most popular.
That's so cool.
In the world. But I didn't want to make this about us. It's about you guys. So we have to upvote you.
How long have you been a BP for? If you don't mind, just quick.
Since the beginning, we were actually the first Office Inspector General for Wax, and we're also the founding block producer for Telos. We're the top ranked one right now. And we also create their top wallet, Squirrel Wallet, that everyone uses to vote. But I think though that there's a lot going on with what you guys are doing. It's very, very inspiring. And our next thing is on Thursday, actually. We have our, we're trying to create the World Kindness Summit, World Kindness conference for February. We have our first meeting on Thursday. And part of that, one of our projects for that was we did a kindness token of our first cryptocurrency back in the day, 2017. So maybe we'll revive that, based upon Miriam's and yours feedback. But
That is so cool. I love the community outreach stuff. I'm a firm believer in that. Like I just talked about how, just wanting diversity in these STEM careers and helping everybody make a little bit of money.
Yeah, but I think you've done it already. To get in your position to be a global validator, people trust you. So I definitely appreciate the position you're in, how you got there and stuff, because it's like anyone can open anything up, right? In the regular cryptocurrency world, it takes no effort, but to get people to vote for you and say we trust you to host the network for us, you actually have a trusted position in the community. So great job.
Real recognize real.
I'm taking a screenshot of Praveen's dual face so that I can use this later. So great.
I think I saw it's Jennifer, right? Jennifer's your cousin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was saying, how do you help people get upvotes? Post the link, the product hunt thing on your Facebook and tell everyone to go and leave feedback and find out about our cool application where they can get paid to block spam calls.
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of spam calls in Spain, Jen. Janet Lee, darling. My sweet Janet Lee. Jenny, you should have these gentlemen on your podcast, your new podcast that you're doing soon. That'd be awesome.
I'd be up for it.
Right. Yeah. I'd be totally up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adrian, any last thoughts that you would like us to know or talk about and share?
So, no, actually, not. I'm good. No, I'm kidding. Thank you first off for Miriam for hosting this and putting us in Product Hunt. I really appreciate these serendipitous connections that we make just from being in the community of entrepreneurs. So thank you for your beautiful heart and for helping us out. Probably thank you for jumping on this thing and bringing your blockchain knowledge to everyone else on the stream. I would start looking into digital currencies a little bit more, but be careful. There's a lot of fraudsters out there that it's kind of a rigged game. There's a lot of folks that are just going to try to take your money. So take everything you hear with a grain of salt in the digital currency world. And I highly recommend you look into Nano and the Nano community. Everyone there is very helpful, and we really have these goals in mind to create a digital currency for the world. And I'm not going to go on anymore, but I really think you should look into digital currencies. It's really cool.
I'm going to. And are you on Clubhouse yet?
I'm not cool enough for Clubhouse, apparently.
Oh my God, I totally want you. Can I send you an invite? I would be honored.
Oh yeah? Okay, cool. I would love an invite. Yeah, I want to hear what all the rage is about.
Oh my gosh, look guys, as we've been doing this, I already got some potential spam calls. Look at that.
Oh
wow.
My gosh.
Wow.
It's all day, and I've got multiple phones, so it's not a joke out here. I get spam, dude. I'd be making mad Nano.
Yeah. We'll get that iOS app launched as soon as we can, just for you. You got to get that going.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That iPhone app, for sure. So it's not just Android; it'll be iPhone.
I actually want to get an Android phone because I feel like in this day and age, you need to know how to use both operating systems seamlessly. I want to be able to pick up an Android, flying through it, iPhone, whatever. Just like I could use a PC and a Mac.
Yeah.
So this is gonna just push me to get it. I'm gonna get an Android. Plus, they have better cameras. Let's be honest.
Yes, they do.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
any last
Great.
words, Pravi, Christian?
I want to thank everybody, of course. Thank you to you guys, Miriam, for hosting this, and everybody who's commenting and watching. That's great. And like Adrian was saying, this is we're breaking into new territory, new space, and I think as we all do it together, and if we do it in a good, trusting fashion, then I think it'll just take that negativity out of it, and we can just watch the future. And actually, I'm just going to close up with this. Something that Adrian said that I saw from him was the future is bright because we're building it. And I think that's just perfect for what we're doing right now.
100%.
Pravi, stoked silence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Welcome. I mean, so congratulations on your launch today. I guess you're, is it halfway through your 24-hour period or so? So it looks like you got some good upvotes. And I wish you the best of luck. And thanks for coming on to the Product Hunt South Florida live stream.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
guys. Thank you for allowing me to hunt your product. We're at 22 votes now, so that's great. We didn't get to talk about your hunt really at all, how you prepared for it, etc. You did, learn a lot. So people that are out there that want to learn from Adrian's experience with Product Hunt, how can they reach out to you, Adrian, get in touch?
Just shoot me an email, adrian@fyncom.com.
Perfect.
It might take a little while to get back to you, but I try really hard to get back to folks. So
yeah, you're very responsive so far. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, watching, like, comment, and share, and have a great rest of your day. You guys are beautiful, and appreciate you always.